All right, third grade, here we go. Our last lesson of English for your third grade year. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're here, guys. So, our last lesson is going to be about commas in a series. So, how many of you guys notice that when you guys are listing things that you kind of pause in between saying them? So you say, "My mom bought chips, peanut butter, and ice cream at the store." So you see how you paused in between saying each thing that she bought at the store. That's for a reason. Because we have commas in series of things that you're saying. So let's get into that. A comma tells a reader where to pause. A comma also helps to make the meaning of a sentence clear. So what that means is, to make it clear, is if I said my mom bought, what did I say? My mom bought chips, peanut butter, and ice cream at the store. If I didn't pause between saying them, it would sound like that was one. That was like a big giant item. Chips, peanut butter, like that's one thing, and ice cream. So it sounds like she bought chips, peanut butter, and ice cream at the store, which are two things, but they're not. They're three different things, which is why we need to pause in between each one and put commas in between them, because when you're writing it, it doesn't sound clear for whoever's reading it if there are no commas. So let's look here. When you list three or more words together in a sentence, the list is called a series. So we're not talking about like a TV series that you watch on Netflix or wherever you watch TV. We're talking about series, meaning many things. That's why TV shows are called series, because there are many episodes. Use commas to separate the words in a series. So let's look at these examples. I'm going to cover this one up. Lisa, Anne, and Jason have birthdays in May. But here, instead of it being Lisa, Anne, and Jason, it says Lisa, Anne, and Jason have birthdays in May. So if I say it like that, it sounds like this is one person's name, Lisa Ann. So it sounds like two people have birthdays in May, but really it's three different people, Lisa, Anne, and Jason. Since we don't have commas in between Lisa and Anne, it doesn't sound clear if it's one person or two people. So the right way to do it would be like this: Lisa, comma, Anne, comma, and Jason have birthdays in May. So you notice we put commas between the first two names, after the first two names, but after "and" we don't have a comma. It's not necessary, because "and" tells us this is the last item. "And" or "but" or whatever it may be tells us it's the last item comes after that word. Okay? So let's read this next section. In the first sentence above, it is not clear how many children have birthdays, which is what I said. We don't know if Lisa Ann is one person or if Lisa and Ann are two different people. In the second one, you can tell that three different children have birthdays. The commas help to make the meaning of the sentence clear. So let's look at one more example right over here. This one is wrong. Mike asked for sneakers, toys, and a puppy. We don't know if sneakers, toys is one item or if they're two different items, because there's no clarity. There are no commas separating them. So let's look at how it's supposed to be, the right way. Mike asked for sneakers, comma, toys, comma, and a puppy. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to be. So let's look over here to try it out, speak up to see some other examples, just so we get the hang of it. Carlos, Brian, and Nicole came to my party. So where should the commas be in this sentence if there is a series in it? Well, you should have said the comma should be right here in between Carlos and Brian and after Brian, because Carlos Brian is not one person. Those are two different children. Carlos and Brian and Nicole. So three kids went to the party, not just two. Number 2, the room was filled with balloons, streamers, and signs. Where should we have commas? Well, we have three things that the room was filled with: balloons, comma, streamers, comma, and signs. So those are where our commas should be. Number 3, we had sandwiches, juice, and cookies. Where should our commas be? The sentence should say we had sandwiches, comma, juice, comma, and cookies. It's not sandwiches, juice. It's not one item. Two different things. Number 4. There are more parties in June, July, and August. Where should our commas be in this sentence? Well, we see 3 different months, right? We know that June, July is not one month, so we need to separate them. June, comma, July, comma, and August. Number 5. One party will have music, races, and prizes. Where should our commas be here? After music, after races, and that's it. One party will have music, races, and prizes. And number 6, the prizes will include ribbons, toys, and books. Where should our commas be? The prizes will include ribbons, comma, toys, comma, and books. And that's it, guys. That's really the whole lesson. Whenever you see a series of things being listed in the sentence, meaning 2 or more things being listed together, like it says over here, you just need to separate them with commas. But there are specific places where the commas go. After the first item, after the second item, and that's it. Okay, let's go over here to On Your Own to see what your assignment will be. All right, on your own, write each sentence and put commas where they're needed. So you're not going to write each sentence. Forget that part. You're just going to get the pen in OneNote and add commas where they need to go in the sentences, okay? So in the example, it says, I visited Grandma on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Where would our commas go here? Well, we see the list is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so where should our first comma go? After Friday. Second comma goes after Saturday, and that's it. So that's what you're going to do for 7 through 13. Read the sentences, get your pen tool in OneNote, and add the commas where they need to go. For 14 through 18, this list right here has 5 missing commas. Write the list correctly, but you're not going to write the list correctly, so forget that part right there. You're just going to add the commas wherever they need to go, just like you did up here. So you're going to let's read the example. The hat box holds yarn, lace, and ribbon. Where would our commas go? After yarn, after lace, just like they have it right there. So here they are missing, okay? You need to add them. There's nothing that's wrong, okay? You don't need to cross out any commas that are already there. You just need to add commas where they need to be, and there are 5 altogether. All right? And that's your assignment, guys. That's it. If this is a little confusing for you, that's okay. Go ahead and give me a call, and I will help you as much as I can. All right, so make sure you guys get this because this will be on your weekend review tomorrow as well as your test. This is the last lesson that will be covered on your test next week. All right, so go ahead and practice.